All right, so I want to go over my DFS advice here for today, so to make sure you have a much better idea and understanding of how to go about winning in cash games. Focus here for today. It is Thursday morning, so of course all determinations on these rankings and so forth are subject to change. So what you could do is go over here as just a preview of this to wealthyfantasyfootball.com. And here, for example, I give you my quarterback rankings and explain what I did when I'm doing here. What I actually did here is by consensus of optimizers and matchups, and just a couple other factors perhaps, such as Roethlisberger is at home this week in that great matchup, and just that he has now this is based on the stats from last year, 7.3 standard deviation. If you're not familiar with that, of course, and the coefficient variable, of course, as well, at 0.4. If you're not familiar with that terminology, of course, what you can do is come to the site and just click on up here, as this would be the page you land on. You go to wealthyfantasyfootball.com, click on this article right here, one of the key fantasy football articles for consistency, the model of that structure. Now to come up with that mathematically. And so I did that with a few of these, but then I started thinking, well, since this information is based on last year, it's not as relevant for this year. So I did that for the first few, but let's just say taking the top 3 quarterbacks of the week perhaps, as you'll see, this is probably chalk and what a lot of people are ranking up there as well, which includes Breeze and Smith. So their deviation and coefficient variables are 3.48 and 0.5. So based on last year only, not anything that happened in one game this year, Roethlisberger not only has a higher ceiling, okay, and that's indicated by the 7.3, in fact twice as high as Breeze, indicated by 3.48, but has a model of better consistency throughout the year as his model of work, because 0.4 is lower than 0.5 coefficient variable. That's a consistency rating. The lower it is, the better it is. But now, this is what blew me away. Alex Smith all of last year, had a 9. So even higher than 7.3, higher upside than Ben Roethlisberger, but at 0.48, not as much consistency as Roethlisberger, even though Roethlisberger has those high variance home and away splits. So there you can determine what kind of matchups you want to play into your core management of your fantasy lineups for today. Not really mattering if it's season or daily. So doing the same thing here with the running backs, as I decided to go with that information. I honestly found it a little bit difficult to look up the complete, because this is based on FanDuel scoring, complete information from last year. As I looked on various sites to find that. But what I decided, as opposed to that anyways, is wait till later on in the season, get us more of a sample standard size, more information before we get into this. So what I did therefore was just with Deshaun Watson, I gave you his average points per game of FanDuel, 23.6. That's not hard to find, of course, it's right on the site. But a floor, okay, this is important for his career. So he had a short career last year, was a rookie. His lowest game, or floor game, was 6.7. Now that may have been made, remember, the game that he got hurt. So keep those things in mind if you have at all that information as well regarding their game point totals and injuries. So relevant, most relevant history. Mahomes didn't have any history, so just moving on from him, he had 11.4 game last year as a floor. So that's the floor needs to be high as possible. Rivers, for his career, had a 6.5 floor, I found, and an 18 average points per game, of course. I'm trying to think of his opponent, but what I also did was I factored in if they played as being, making it even more relevant, the same opponent that they are facing this week. If they faced that opponent last year, of course it was a division rival, they did, and so I included that sample, the standard deviation of only 8 games, as 16 games is not necessary perhaps for the most relevant sample from last year. Okay, so that's just how you want to go about figuring out perhaps how to do that as an idea. So if we're going for cash games here, there's a lot of other, of course, pertinent information for just based off last week, the small, sorry about that, the small, sample size, as I will update the site, as I'll just let you take a look here at the running backs, okay, to get an idea of that as well, and just seeing if I can reconnect at the same time to show you really the best tool to give you the best advantage in this DFS, really NFL advice video, okay. So you want to take as high as projection totals as you can. Keep in mind the Vegas point totals, implied team totals, all that information, preferably in my case, or I'd like to look it up on Roto Grinders. You can also look it up on the draftdashboard.com and look at things by position, different perspectives, as we just want to reload that content, as it'll come up in a moment. Okay. Well, in any case, I will go ahead and provide the link, of course, as I probably already did, in the article to find out how you get that draft dashboard tool, which that is right here. Okay. I got to add another picture to this, make it look more pretty and all that stuff, so we can look at easier to read, of course, updating it, including the raw rankings of the weekly players rankings, and update that weekly and so forth. So you'll find that, and I just want to take a moment to think about if anything else I missed. As we give that another try. In any case, hey, it's not a perfect video, but perfect is not going to win you the $1 million DFS contest, is it? Ryan Fitzpatrick, guys like that you choose and nobody wants. When you enter these contests, you get into it, and then have, of course, a lifetime opportunity that way. So, some other advice, come up with your let's say a 4 core of players, and do that 2 times and separate. Let's say you come up with a core player base of, just coming up with one really quick, just as an example for now, okay, Roethlisberger, Gurley, I think we liked him there, Gordon at running back, and one more. Let's say a guy that's always been, the defense and tight end, you can't always rely on that. But let's say a core, I'm just going to give you one of my core plays right now. Roethlisberger, Gurley, Gordon at running back, and in a wide receiver position, DeAndre Hopkins as a very consistent cash play, as he had proven to be all last year. Because the Roethlisberger's low price is $7,600. I'm not going over the pricing here in this article if you look at it, but the draft dashboard shows me the pricing, the dash rank. These are guys who all have a total of 100s this week in their actual ranks on the site for the projections. That's not their projected total, of course, but If you come up with a lineup like that, there's a base core play strategy. Roethlisberger, Gurley, Gordon, and DeAndre Hopkins, and fill in your other players with as many. If you can fit any of these guys here, let's say Adrian Peterson has a low enough salary, you put him in a flex spot, running back. It's not bad. If you can fit these guys, or the running backs, or this guy. I put a asterisk here. McCaffrey, his offensive line is out. 3 guys hurt and playing at Atlanta in a tough matchup. So I would use McCaffrey with caution. James Conner, look to see what his salary is, if it's low enough for you can fit him in there. So those are just my ideas for the week. Early on, in my opinion, and set your tournaments. I suggest and recommend the day of Sunday of your major. You can put them in, but you can change and adjust them as your final adjustment on Sunday morning and get it rolling. All right? You all have a great day.